So what happens in the major awakening after Dark Night of the Soul? Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Liz. I'm an intuitive psychic, and today I want to talk about the third phase of a major awakening, what I call the enlightening or enlightenment phase. So we already talked about the first phase of a major awakening, which is the seeking phase, and that generally takes a couple of months. And we talked about the second phase of the major awakening, which is Dark Night of the Soul. Dark Night of the Soul typically will take anywhere from 7 or 8 months to several years. It depends how much in your own way you get, how deep you start to dig in with your ego and not allow yourself to grow. And sometimes it's just how triggered you get and how stuck in the fear narrative you get. So the third and final phase of a major awakening is the enlightening or enlightenment phase. And this phase involves you showing your guides, your team, that you have incorporated the changes that are involved as a result of the healing from the previous phase. It's time to put the pedal to the metal, put the walk to the talk in this third phase. Now, that's not to say that you won't be triggered in this phase. You might, but not nearly as heavy as Dark Night. This is about you now incorporating these changes in this new life that you are now going to be living. It's also a time for some people to have their gifts come in ever so slightly and show you what it is that you are capable of in this lifetime. So what does that look like? If you are coming into clairaudience, you could hear parts of conversations that you're not a part of. Or maybe you hear a voice saying something to you that is familiar to you. Or maybe it's not. You could be coming into clairvoyance through dreams that become true a few days later. Or perhaps you see shadows on the wall or shadows in 3D form. You could be coming into your claircognizance where you are now knowing things and you don't know how you know them. Or clairsentience, which is clear feeling, where you are really starting to vibe people's energy in a way that you hadn't before. Clairalience is clear smelling. You're smelling things and there's no reason for that scent to be there. Clairgustance is tasting things that you have no reason to be tasting because you're not eating anything. And clairtangence is clear touching, where you could be picking up some kind of vibrations or some kind of energy over things that you touch. And while we all have the capability of coming into any of the clairs, all of the clairs in any given lifetime, that is not going to be everybody's path. We have to have a clear vessel. And that vessel needs to be clear of fear and resentments and ego and trauma narratives. There's a lot of things to release in order to come into your gifts clearly and consistently. So you might feel like you have some of these gifts, but you don't have control of them. That's the difference in having a clear vessel and not. As always, if you have any questions regarding any of the 3 phases of a major awakening, you can DM me on Instagram or on TikTok. You can pop into my live and ask those questions. I would be happy to answer them for you.